Hey you guys, it's Haley Hobson. Welcome tonight. I'm really excited that you're here with me this evening and joining for this post-convention tour, the Alive post-convention tour. I know that a lot of you may have attended the post-convention tour in Salt Lake City in September, and many of you have probably used many of the products that have been launched since then. And there's probably also a lot of people that actually couldn't make it to convention and even couldn't make it to the live events, even though they were extensively all over the country. So I just wanted to present this to you online because I always feel like when you hear this information, you can really align yourself with doTERRA's purpose. So first, I want to start by telling you that we just returned about 2 months ago from this global convention that took place on September 9th. It was several days long through the 12th. And I want to share a little bit about some of the things that happened in convention, okay? First of all, we had 27,000 tickets sold. This was the largest corporate event ever in the history of doTERRA. And although a lot of the people that attended were from the US, we actually had another 34 countries represented, which was pretty amazing. This is a screenshot from inside the arena just to give you a feel of how big it was this year. And on the bottom, you can see that massive stage. It was so large that we actually had to hold two different sessions, two different general sessions. One was in the Energy Solutions Arena, which was the inside of the event that I just showed you. It had 18,000 seats. And the other to the left here, you'll see, or to the right here, actually, you'll see the Salt Palace Convention Center, which had another 9,000 seats for our guests. And we had signage really all over the city of Salt Lake. We practically took over the entire city. It was really kind of fun walking down the streets and just seeing doTERRA everywhere. And because this was the largest corporate event ever in the history of Utah, we took over pretty much the entire Salt Lake Valley with over 13,000 hotel nights used and about 324,000 meals prepared. So it was a massive, massive event. Our product showcase was also incredible. It took up nearly 5 football fields of space. In the product showcase, this is where all of the doTERRA products are featured during convention, and you can enjoy samples, look at product displays, and you can ask questions and get answers from our product experts. So I was actually really impressed with the hanging orange globe trees that represented our best-selling essential oils called Wild Orange. And I always love to go here and also send people here because it really gives you this feeling of understanding our entire product line. And you can, even if you don't own it all yet, you can really sample and smell and try everything out and read about it in the product showcase. So I also love the social aspect of convention. I always personally have an amazing time connecting not only with my own teammates, but also with so many other global leaders in our company, new people that we meet, cross lines, up lines, down lines. It's really a great place to network with other like-minded people just like you who have similar health goals and a desire to help change the world. And again, convention is such an educational experience, but to be able to have such a good time socially, for me, it makes me feel like I'm not really doing your job, right? It's a fun event, and we like to stay for an entire week because it's so much fun. We also have the opportunity to hear from all 7 of our owners, and now going into our 8th year, doTERRA is one of the fastest growing sales companies, direct sales company, actually, that exist. Dave Sterling is our owner and our CEO, and he told people that change begins in oneself. And we can't change the world until we change ourselves. And each owner, there are 7 owners, got on stage to basically give a specific message, and each one of them touched our hearts so much as they did so. Another owner and our executive vice president of sales and marketing, Emily Wright, captured people's hearts with stories about doTERRA's co-impact sourcing. She talks about the jobs that are created, the families, the individuals that have positively been impacted because of our co-impact sourcing. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more tonight. But for me personally, this has such a huge effect. And it's a message that touches my heart because I actually was able to go out to some of our sourcing last year to the country of Haiti and really see what we're doing in some of these third world underdeveloped countries. So not only are we bringing these oils into our own homes, but we're literally changing thousands and thousands and thousands of other people's lives because of the relationships that we're making. And it was so impactful to see all of these people actually flown in by doTERRA, some of these people that we source with, so you could see hear from their mouth and see from their body language how much they're being affected by our sourcing, our Coembeck sourcing with them. So David Hill is our Executive Vice President, Chief Medical Officer, and he spoke a lot, like he always does, about the science behind the oils and specifically behind the new emotional aromatherapy line of essential oils and the essential oil safety, which so many people are interested in right now because it's become definitely an issue, but one that we're conquering, of being able to use the right language when speaking to people. Another owner and Executive Vice President of Product Development and Branding Services is Rob Young, and he actually had the opportunity to introduce 23 new products and spoke about the millions of dollars that we donate through our charity arm, our Healing Hands Foundation, thanks to all of you guys that are actually listening right now. Our owner and chief financial officer, Corey Lindley, spoke about doTERRA's financial stability and investment in future growth. And that was super interesting to hear. You know, we come into this company oftentimes because we just love the smell of these wonderful products and the belief system and what they can do. And it really is such an impact when we understand how the company is moving financially into the future, and it gives us a lot of security to believe that and understand that. Greg Cook is our owner and Executive Vice President of International, and he actually moved to China this past year to support doTERRA's growth out there. So he spoke about this, where he'll oversee doTERRA's growth in basically the largest populated country in the world. Mark Walford is our owner and general counsel, another owner and general counsel, and he discussed the importance of speaking about the essential oils again in a way that's responsible and safe. Now, our entertainment was absolutely incredible, as always in these events, but one of our most memorable moments of convention took place on Friday, September 11th. It was really a wonderfully moving tribute about the lives lost during this horrible terrorist attack on the Twin Towers in New York City on September 11th, 2001. And it was a great moment of reflection. Now, before I go further, I actually just want to talk a little bit more, before I go a little bit further into the Convention Expert, I just want to talk a little bit more about why you would specifically choose doTERRA essential oils, or why you might speak to people about why they might choose doTERRA essential oils. This year marks doTERRA's 8th year of business. And doTERRA means, the Latin translation of doTERRA means gift of the earth. Essential oils are truly the gift of the earth. So most of us on this webinar actually know what essential oils are, but since there are people who are bringing other people for more education, I just want to go through what essential oils, what they actually are. And what they are is they're the natural aromatic compounds found in flowers, in leaves, in stems, in barks, and in the roots of plants. And if you smell the fragrant aroma of a plant, you're basically smelling the essential oils that have evaporated or are evaporating from the plant. So this slide actually shows you the picture of a peppermint plant. And if you've ever picked a leaf from the plant, the aromatic compounds aren't fully released until you've rubbed the leaf between your fingers. So when you look at a magnification of the oil sacs that are present in the peppermint plant, here you'll see it on the little graphic to the right, you'll see that the oil sacs contain the aromatic compounds that give peppermint its fragrance. So once you rub the leaf between your fingers, the oils are released from the plant, and the fragrance is actually a lot stronger. So typically essential oils are carefully removed from freshly harvested plant material through a process of steam distillation or cold pressed extraction. And essential oil extracts, although very concentrated, can be used safely in small amounts for very powerful health benefits without the fear of side effects. So why do plants have aromatic compounds like essential oils, you might be asking? And my answer to you is basically for a lot of reasons, and here are a few. They attract insects such as bees that pollinate plants in order for the plant to reproduce. And without pollinators, existing populations of plants would literally decline. Plants and flowers produce essential oils specifically as a self-defense mechanism against would-be predators. So in essence, they prevent a plant from literally being eaten alive by insects. And third, plants represent a rich source of nutrients for many organisms, including bacteria, fungi, yeasts, and molds. And they develop essential oils to ward off these environmental threats in order to protect them from a significant disruption in the normal health of a plant. So they're protecting against environmental threats, repelling environmental threats, and attracting pollinators. Now, the most familiar use of essential oils is the aromatic use in aromatherapy. But many essential oils may be used topically, and some essential oils might be used safely for internally targeted wellness benefits. Now, if you are around essential oils right now, just to remind yourself, or you're with somebody else who has essential oils, this might be a great time to just take out a bottle of something like wild orange or peppermint and put a drop in your hands and experience for yourself the aromatic and topical benefits. Now, why would you choose doTERRA when there's lots and lots and lots and lots of essential oils out there? And as you notice, more and more and more and more essential oil companies booming literally monthly. Well, I believe that first of all, we know that essential oils have been around for a very long time, and doTERRA has basically come up with a way to explain to you and the general population and why essential oils can be used in the normal home, right? It doesn't have to be this specific crazy medical doctor that's referring essential oils anymore. We all know now that essential oils can be marketed to the normal person in our home. And the difference between doTERRA essential oils and the other essential oils on the market is they're certified pure therapeutic grade, what we call CPTG. And the most important reason why someone would choose doTERRA is because of this commitment to quality. Our certified pure therapeutic grade quality control process and testing ensures that all of our oils are pure, 100% natural, no artificial ingredients, no artificial fragrances or fillers. Now, again, essential oils have been used for a very long time, and we've done a pretty good job of bringing them into the common marketplace now. And because they've gotten so popular, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of companies are copying and bringing them into their companies as well, which is fine. But the main difference is the quality control of our oils. Now, I want to just kind of reintroduce myself to you guys tonight, because some of you might not know who I am, and tell you a little bit about my story and how I got into essential oils. And I think that whether you're new or you're a guest on this, or whether you've been new with doTERRA for a very long time, I believe that what I'm going to share with you will help you understand why doTERRA is really unique. I mean, first of all, again, my name is Haley Hobson. I'm a double blue diamond with doTERRA. I've actually been enrolled with them for almost 3 years right now. And the reason I chose doTERRA was because I basically was going through a period in my life where I was experiencing some pretty traumatic health concerns. And I had been to many, many, many doctors, and I really wasn't getting the answers that I wanted to hear. And at the same time that my health was really deteriorating so badly that I couldn't even pick up my child or carry her to bed or even get out of bed myself, I was manifesting a sort of different way of living my life. I felt like there had to be an easier way. Do any of you guys feel like that, where you feel like life has to be a little bit easier? Like we shouldn't have to work as hard as we're working? And the reason I say that is because in my first prior career, I was a bankruptcy attorney where I was working super, super hard, 100,000 hours a week. And I basically retired from that profession to become a Pilates and yoga teacher where I felt like I'd have an easier, less stressful lifestyle. But what I found was that I was tied to the schedules of my clients, and I always had to work no matter what, because if I didn't work, I didn't get paid. I was really married to that. What you put out, you get back in terms of time and money management. So as I was getting really sick and as I was manifesting a different way to live my life, and actually when I think about it now, the reason why my health probably was deteriorating was because of the massive amount of stress in my life. And I actually went into holistic doctor's offices as my last sort of attempt to see somebody. And he basically said to me, your body is living in a state of fight or flight. And that basically summed it up to me, because what it meant was when you live in a state of fight or flight, like all of everything breaks down. So I decided to make some massive changes or bring some massive changes into my life. And it started with the basics, like eating different foods, doing a juice cleanse, eating raw, going to sleep earlier, exercising less intensely. I actually left my job for a period so I could recuperate, stop teaching, stop holding client sessions, stop teaching classes. And during that time, I was introduced to the doTERRA essential oils, and I started using them on my own body. And I realized how grounding and calming and reassuring they were. And my body started to feel a lot better, a lot faster in so many significant ways. Easing my digestion, supporting my immune system, supporting my overall mental clarity, my emotional state of being. And when I started speaking my truth, which is that, wow, these oils are awesome, people around me were interested. They were also looking for a more holistic approach to living their life. And for me, it was easy to share my experience, and it was easy to share what the oils were capable of doing. And at that point, I started to build my business, and it's gone off for the last 3 years in most incredible ways. And for me, the incredibleness of it is, one, improving the overall state of my health, obviously, in my family, choosing a more holistic alternative. Two, changing the financial well-being of my family. But almost more importantly than all of that now has been the incredible relationships that I've met during my journey with doTERRA, from my upline to my downline to my crossline to the owners to all of the amazing people that are with me on this journey towards health and wellness in this company. And I think that for those of you who have been with doTERRA, you know that this is true, that you become a family with these people. And for those of you who might not yet be on board yet, you will find your family here. And people will open up their arms to you and open up their hearts to you. And your life will be so much richer in so many different ways. So like I mentioned before, doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. But 8 years ago, they simply had a vision to bring the highest quality possible therapeutic grade oils into the world. And doTERRA's growth is attributed to wellness advocates like me, like you, around the world who share doTERRA so passionately and supportive, and also the support of the corporate team who works with them as well. So why doTERRA again? Many of you came tonight because you're curious about the new products. Some of you came because you're not sure essential oils are actually for real. I get you. But I want to talk about why I think doTERRA is really special and how different we are in the marketplace. And the 4 points that I want to continue to address as I go on with this presentation tonight are how high quality our products are and the research team behind them, how we source the raw materials for our essential oils, and then I'm going to talk about all the new and innovative products we just launched. And finally, I'm going to talk about doTERRA's mission and what we're doing as a company to change the world. So going back to our certified pure therapeutic grade for a second, let me start out by talking about how our oils are the highest quality. We use this quality control process called CPTG, which is short, like I mentioned before, for certified pure therapeutic grade. And the CPTG process is unparalleled in the industry. It has the most developed methodology. It involves many of the world's leading experts on essential oils and will always be the cutting edge. The CPTG is actually a registered trademark of doTERRA. And many people say, well, you know, Haley, this is sort of like BS in my opinion. They really kind of made this up. I mean, what kind of credibility does it really have? And the answer that I have for you is that there really was no other way. The owners of our company had actually been in the essential oil business for a very long time before they came over and started their own company, doTERRA, and they knew that they needed to have a better quality. They knew that their standards had to be higher. They knew that their testing had to be better. They knew that their manufacturing procedures had to be better than anything that they'd ever seen before. And so they did come up with the CPTG label to basically elevate themselves above anything else that they knew had been going on before. And now this is used as doTERRA's standard of essential oil purity and potency. Now, the certified pure therapeutic grade testing begins immediately after distillation, with every oil being reviewed for its chemical composition at a third-party lab. And then a second round of testing is carried out at their Pleasant Grove, Utah production facility to ensure that what was distilled and tested is the same essential oils as was received, because sometimes it's not. And then a third review of the chemistry of the oils is conducted in a 3-phase procedure as the oils are packaged into the bottles, excuse me, that we now use as consumers. And each of these tests confirms that the essential oil is free from contaminants and unexpected alterations during production. The certified pure therapeutic grade quality control protocol includes the following tests: organoleptic, microbial, gas chromatology, mass spectrometry, and our FTIR, Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy, and our chirality testing. These are big words. Maybe I'm not even pronouncing them correct, but all they mean is quality. Now, when we talk about quality testing done to assure our oils are pure, safe, potent, most tests are not easy to distinguish nor to explain. People might ask you why doTERRA is different, and you might not really be able to articulate the answer. And since quality tests are analytical and not visual, it makes it very difficult for the average person to even understand them. And that's one of the reasons why doTERRA partnered with our scientific advisors, one of our scientific advisors, Dr. Brian Lawrence, on a new and more complete testing protocol that helps make our certified pure therapeutic process more visual and complete. Now, Dr. Lawrence is an internationally recognized expert in essential oil cultivation, processing, and analytical chemistry. He pioneered the technology behind this new protocol called the ARC plot. Now, let me clarify what ARC stands for, ARC. First, the A stands for adulteration. The ARC plot makes it possible to detect when something incorrect has been added to an oil, because it detects when there is a disruption to the natural chemistry balance found in the plant. The R stands for ratios and ranges, because it's based around ratios of compounds in an essential oil and encompasses their natural ranges. To determine if an essential oil came from the original plant, we calculate multiple ratios of different compounds to each other. But this had to account for natural variation between crops and seasons, so the ratios were built into ranges. And the C stands for composition. The arc plot reflects the full composition of an oil and not just parts of it. So here's what an arc plot looks like. Each arc plot has 12 spokes. We chose 12 because it gave us enough room to include all of the ratios necessary to distinguish an oil, but it was not overly crowded or complex. And you'll see that this is an example of an arc plot for oregano. It's a visual representation of how oregano might look. At first glance, it's somewhat star-shaped with a small white area in the middle. And every oil will have its own unique shape. So over time, you may have come to recognize the shape of an individual oil. And if the chemistry is off, the sample won't match. So I've actually seen an arc plot from a different essential oil company, I won't name any names, where the yellow is off of the charts because the chemistry is off. Now, doTERRA has spent millions of dollars this past year in the area of research and development, and in addition to expanding our research team, building out high-end scientific laboratories and purchasing the most sophisticated testing and research equipment, we're also working with the top independent research institutions in the world on some very exciting studies using essential oils. Our scientific team has grown in the past year from a handful of scientists to over 30 master's or PhD level scientists on staff, each having a wide range of scientific disciplines. And in addition to conducting research, doTERRA scientists develop new and innovative products and also perform the testing that is part of our CPTG quality control process. They keep doTERRA literally on the cutting edge of essential oil research. Now, at the heart of doTERRA is their essential oils, right? They're an essential oil company, but what's most impressive is how doTERRA continues to innovate using essential oils across many product categories. And we found ways to literally infuse essential oils into supplements, wellness products, spa and skincare products, hair care products, and even home cleaning and personal care products. So you really can use your oils for everything. Now, right now, I'm sure you're excited if you haven't seen them yet, or even if you have, you're excited that you're going to be able to share them with others now. We get to talk about some of the new products that launched at convention and how to get them. These products fit nicely into doTERRA's portfolio of essential oils, their skincare, their home care, and their targeted treatment products. And so this slide actually shows you the entire post-convention kit that we launched at convention. So I'm going to ask you, have you ever had a day like this? Does this look familiar to anybody? I'm having one of them right now, or was having one of them right now before I tried to get on this webinar for you. Getting my parents, where I'm at their house right now to help me watch my kid who doesn't want to go to bed so I can do this and not be up until midnight and all hours, right? Every day we have different experiences of emotions, right? Every day. And we have literally dozens and dozens and dozens of emotions. And now we finally have an oil for that. Now, while each essential oil is similar, they all have their individual strengths and purposes. And I'm going to go through with you the emotional aromatherapy kit. So these are personalities to plants. If you've ever had a green thumb, you already know this. Just like music, every plant basically elicits a different emotion depending on its composition. So for instance, mint leaves, they're very open, they're pointed to the sky, they're uplifting and they're calming. Citrus plants are bright, they're cheery, they're fresh, they're energizing and elevating. Spices are intense, powerful, exciting. They open up intrigue and passion into our lives. Herbs and grasses are sharp at times. They're clearing, they're rooted, they can be soothing. Trees and woods are grounding, balancing, they're strengthening, centering. Florals, they're like blossom wraps, like basically wrapped up in a blanket. They're comforting, calming. So let's talk about each oil and how it works in conjunction with this chart. And I'm excited to introduce this emotional aromatherapy line of essential oils. I've been basically using them every day since I got my kit. They're my favorite products right now. So here is a picture of this fantastic package that the oils come in. It makes it really easy to use. And there's a little chart up there that shows you exactly how to figure out what oil to use for what emotion. And basically what you can do is you can look at that chart. You might have several emotions, and then you might have maybe 2 or 3 oils that you might want to use for your experience of emotions. Motivating blends, cheerful blends, passionate blends, forgiving blends, consoling blends, or peaceful blends. And the way that you would use them is you can diffuse them in a diffuser. You can inhale them deeply from your hands, and you can apply them to the touch points on your body. Maybe 1 to 2 drops into your palms, rub your hands together, inhale deeply from your hands, or topically put them on your wrists, the back of your neck, over your heart. So this is an amazing kit, you guys, and I hope that you have the opportunity to pick this up now. And the kits will be available in Europe and other countries maybe in January, February, and then for individual sale in the beginning of next year too. But right now it is an enrollment kit, and you can buy the kit for yourself as well personally right now on your back office. Now the next kit that I love is the doTERRA Touch Kit. This is really a striking balance to protecting sensitive skin while still being able to deliver the benefits found in essential oils. And it's not just a matter of science, but it's also really a matter of art. And doTERRA Touch has basically achieved that balance. It features 9 of our most popular oils in a base of fractionated coconut oil. And we don't tell you the ratio because that is the secret of these blends, and we don't want other companies to find out. And doTERRA makes the application really simple in these roll-on blends. So if you're a person who has really sensitive skin, or if you've got children, young ones around, this is a really easy way to apply your oils. And what I found was really fun was the day after I got home from convention in September, my little one who's 6 right now, Madeline, was gonna be late for school. We're screaming at her I was in my bedroom, she was down the hall in her bedroom, my husband was downstairs. Madeline, come downstairs, you're gonna miss the bus. And he ran upstairs and found her in the bathroom applying her lavender oil touch kit to the back of her neck. It was really sweet. Now, this is another exciting product. It's called our Breathe Vapor Stick. And it has all of the benefits of doTERRA's Breathe Respiratory Blend in the convenience of an all-natural, non-greasy topical vapor stick. We've got some great videos, by the way, that you guys can watch on YouTube after this post-convention tour is over. So the next 24 to 48 hours, you'll be able to find them all online. And I didn't want to stick them into this presentation right now because I just didn't want it to be more than about an hour for you. But I encourage you to watch some of the funny videos for these items, such as this Breathe Stick and the Digested tabs that I'm about to announce in a second. And also our deodorant, which I'm about to announce, because we've always got these funny videos that Rob Young plays or stars in, and they're really quite entertaining. And along with these videos, you'll also see some great videos on our co-impact sourcing and our certified pure therapeutic grade as well. Really moving videos. Okay, so the next new product that we have is our Digest Tab, and this is a chewable calcium carbonate tablet infused with Digest Zen digestive blend. So this is for the temporary relief, digestive relief, really convenient tab. And again, there's a video on this that you can watch. And the deodorant might have been, I think, the most popular and exciting product that was launched at convention. For me, like I said, it was the Aroma Therapy Kit, but I was surprised. Maybe I'm because I'm a person who doesn't necessarily wear deodorant, but this is a natural deodorant with a blend of cypress, melaleuca, cedarwood, and bergamot oil. And again, a very funny video to accompany it. What I love about doTERRA is they make so many products that we are already buying in other places. And now we can literally replace all of our home use cleaning products, hair care products, skin care products, wellness products with doTERRA products. So it makes it very easy to shop from yourself. Okay, we also have a new diffuser, which is really quite exciting. This is our Cloud waterless diffuser, and it's a waterless diffuser with a micro air pump. And it makes a little slight noise, but it's not that loud, so you will enjoy it actually. It's very soothing, and you can pop your little bottle right in there, or an empty bottle with oil and some water or coconut oil, and you can set the timer. And it's a really beautiful design, and it covers a very large area. I remember putting it in my office when I first brought it home from convention, and when I would walk in from my garage, which is on the other side of the house, I would actually smell the oils diffusing in my house. It's very, very awesome. Okay, we have a couple new individual oils that have launched. Spearmint, which is not necessarily new to doTERRA, but has only been launched in certain product incentives, is now a regular product on the product list. And spearmint promotes digestion. It helps reduce an occasional upset stomach. It promotes a sense of focus, it cleanses the mouth, promotes fresh breath, and it's diffused to uplift your mood. Douglas fir is also an amazing smelling oil. We actually harvest our Douglas fir from young trees in New Zealand, where there are highly invasive species that threaten the country's ecosystem. And although we're very excited about the natural vegetation that will thrive by extracting these trees that are growing rampant from the mountainsides of New Zealand, it was the exotic aroma that sold us. And you're immediately calmed and focused when inhaling this oil. It's got an aroma that's honey-like and very mystical and complex. Again, there's a video on the Douglas fir that I would love for you guys to watch as well. Now, the ginger, we've had ginger before. It's basically the same species, but now we have a newly sourced ginger from Madagascar, and it's derived from the fresh rhizome of the ginger plant. And we are the only company to offer fresh ginger essential oils. All other oils come from dried ginger, just so you know. Now, studies have been conducted on ginger for its common effects on joint health. However, ginger is also really well known as a digestive aid and for helping to ease occasional indigestion and nausea. Now, we also have launched a couple of sample tools, sharing tools. And doTERRA oils are so incredible that everyone really wants to talk about them and share them with their friends. And many of our wellness advocates have found time-consuming, costly ways to share samples, but doTERRA has now wanted to make it a lot easier and a lot more affordable for everyone to share. So they now offer a sample oil pack, an oil blends sample pack, single oil sample pack, and an oil blend sample pack. And the single pack actually includes peppermint, lavender, and melaleuca, 3 really easily shareable oils that most people actually need in their life, so they're very simple to share. And this blend, the blend pack includes Breathe, On Guard, and Digestion. Again, some of the most commonly treated conditions in people's bodies. When you ask people what's going on with them and you want to share with them something, you usually want to share with something that's going to have an impact and effect, and these 6 little vials here are going to help. Now, I want to talk for a second about the differentiator for doTERRA, which is our co-impact sourcing initiative. It really combines how we source the botanicals and how we basically extract our essential oils from and the humanitarian relief that we provide along the way. So we have a wonderful video on YouTube that I want you guys to watch about the co-impact sourcing, and we even have other videos that you guys have on your own doTERRA replicated site. mine being mydoterra.com/Haley Hobson, yours being whatever your name is. And we also have some on the doTERRA.com site. And again, for time issues, I didn't want to include all of these videos in this presentation, but I really encourage you to watch this co-impact sourcing video. It's going to make a huge difference in your life. With the picture that you actually see on the right, I was there when that picture was taken. And these are people in Haiti that did not have any water in their village before we arrived. And we literally dug a well so that we could drive fresh water into their village so that they wouldn't have to walk kilometers every day up and back to bring back water to their village that wasn't even potable or drinkable. So I was there live and got to see this impact that we're having by this cooperative that we have when we source our oils. And I would love for you guys to see that co-impact sourcing video as well. Now, there are often questions that we ultimately get about sustainability of the oils. Number one, how are we going to supply the oils long term? And number two, how can we change the world in the process? Well, we believe the answer to both of these is yes. First, our co-impact sourcing gives us the ability to work with the growers of the botanicals we use in the production of our essential oils to ensure that they can actually meet our supply. And it also gives us the ability to train and to educate them about how to best grow the botanicals in order to meet our quality standards. And last, we're able to create these long-term partnerships and relationships of trust. They know we will treat them well, pay them well, and help their communities and economies improve. Now, the amount of oil that we need is dramatically increasing every single year. And by the end of this year, we actually anticipate that we'll have nearly used 1.1 million kilograms of oil. But by 2017, we will be close to doubling that. So we source our oil from all over the world, in 40 countries to be exact. And of those 40 countries, 23 of them are developing countries that we're having a major impact on. Through our co-impact sourcing initiative, we're able to partner with our Healing Hands Foundation to help these communities in times of need and in suffering. And ultimately, we want to be able to help them end cycles of poverty by becoming self-sufficient and give them the dignity and the hope that they need for the future. For example, we source our newest essential oils from Nepal. Can you guys guess what oil that is? If you guess wintergreen, then you're correct. It may look different in this pink bottle. We switched our green wintergreen to a new wintergreen, which comes from Nepal, it's basically wild harvest by rural villages and then distilled by community-owned distillation facilities. This creates increased economic opportunity for very remote regions affected by the most recent earthquake in rural Nepal. Now, the chemical makeup for our wintergreen from Nepal is basically identical to our current wintergreen, and yet the fragrance is slightly different. The Nepal wintergreen has an earthy, sweet aroma. And the color is very unique too. It's pink. This is unique to the Nepalese wintergreen, and hence the change in the label of the color. Now, wintergreen and birch are the only plants in the world that contain methyl salicylate naturally, which has very soothing properties. So it has a warming effect when it's applied to the skin. It promotes a sense of focus and uplifts your mood, and it's excellent to use for a soothing massage. Now, when we talk about Nepal, we know this country has been absolutely devastated. And even before the devastating earthquake in Nepal, doTERRA was working with the growers of wintergreen. And because we already had established relationships in the two regions most impacted by the earthquakes, we were able to immediately take action by the earthquake when it happened. Now, I really want you guys to watch the Nepal video that's on the YouTube channel right now, doTERRA's YouTube channel. Just make sure that you have a box of tissues with you. When we had the earthquake in Nepal, doTERRA and our wellness advocates were able to basically donate $700,000 to help with relief efforts out there. 35,000 kilograms of rice, 17,000 kilograms of lentil, 13,000 tarps, 500 classroom-sized tents, 1,000 hygiene kits, 12,000 blankets, 15 temporary schools, 200 temporary homes, construction equipment, 20 distillation units repaired, 4 new distillation units. So you can see what type of humanitarian efforts this company is going to when we distill and harvest and grow and manufacture our oils. Now, the media may have forgotten about Nepal, but doTERRA, by its co-op relationships with them, will never forget. Now, the doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation, for those of you who are not quite familiar with it yet, is doTERRA International's registered 501c3 non-profit organization committed to improving lives through partnering with organizations that offer hope to millions of people around the world. Healing Hands seeks to bring healing and hope everywhere for lives free of disease and poverty, and to ultimately empower impoverished communities with the tools needed to become self-reliant. doTERRA provides for all of the overhead and administrative costs of the Healing Hands Foundation to ensure that 100% of the donations go directly to those receiving aids. And from September of 2014 to August 2015, over the last year, doTERRA was able to exceed donations in the amount of $1.4 million. This is almost 3 times the donations received over the same period the year before. So doTERRA and myself, we just want to say thank you, and please give yourself a hand. Now, I want you guys to save the date for the 2016 Global Convention. It's going to be massive. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be September 14th through 17th, 2016. And tickets will go on sale on March 1st, 2016. So March the date that they go on sale, because last year the tickets were sold out in less than a day. I think it was like 13 or 14 hours to be exact. You don't want to miss it. We've actually pre-sold 25,000 tickets, and we expect to sell somewhere between 35,000 to 40,000 tickets. So again, they will go on sale. The announcement will happen in February, so stay in tune. Now, I want to make sure that everybody understands how to literally start living doTERRA today. So if you're on this presentation and you don't know how to get started, you want to go to a wellness advocate like myself or somebody else who's introduced you, help them set up your wellness account so that you, just like ourselves, can order your own product the least expensive way with all of the maximum benefits through our loyalty rewards program, where you enjoy benefits such as free shipping products back to you and discounts, massive discounts, 25 to 55% back on your products, free products every single month, even more discounted products of the month. So if you want to find out more about doTERRA, make sure that you talk to the person who invited you to this webinar or introduced you to doTERRA. Now, a wellness advocate is somebody who gets to enjoy the wholesale prices of doTERRA. You can either join to be a wellness advocate as somebody who wants to live the products, share the products, or build the business. It doesn't matter. Anybody can be a wellness advocate. So again, I suggest that you go back to the person that invited you and have them take you through their replicated website and their video, or if it was me that invited you, you're welcome to touch base with me. There are many ways to get started, or several ways to get started with doTERRA. One of them is to buy retail, which I don't suggest you do because there are more massive benefits. The other is to open your Wellness Advocate account. You can do that 2 different ways. By either paying a one-time fee of a $35 membership to enjoy all of these massive benefits, 25 to 55% off, like I mentioned, the free product credits and shipping, product of the month for free, incentives. that give you many benefits and privileges that you won't normally get if you order the products retail. But second, you actually get access to a world of training material, including education on products and building a business if that's for you, newsletters, etc. Training from the person who brought you in, their team of people. And by do that, you can pick out one of these awesome kits that range anywhere from the range of $150 all the way up actually to $2,500. I don't have all of the pictures on the screen. There are business building size kits too. So you can either, like I said, join with a $35 fee or pick one of these Wellness Advocate kits and your $35 is waived. And then you get to enjoy all of these benefits and privileges, and even the benefits and privileges of the Loyalty Rewards program, where you can earn up to 30% of your monthly order back in free product. This is a win-win. By far the smartest way to order from doTERRA. Now, at the live events and at this events too, there's going to be a one-time awesome incentive tonight only. You can get a special promotion for being on this webinar tonight, offering it to all of the products that we've launched at a significant discount. You pay $285 for everything here. And if you order these products tomorrow, you'll pay a total of $468. So it's a massive savings. If you want to add the Cloud Diffuser to it, you actually can buy the whole thing for $345. And again, this is a total savings of $213. So you have either option to choose from it of either of these two packages. And again, this is only available right now for the people that are listening to this webinar. So at a live event, you might have been given one of these vouchers. I don't have them for you because you're online tonight, but instead you can go to mydoterra.com/tourkit, log in, enter your special promo code. So you'll log in with your Wellness Advocate number. If you're not enrolled yet, you've got to enroll with a $35 fee or another kit and get your Wellness Advocate number, your password, and then use this special promo code from this event, doTERRA 2015. All of your orders can be placed by using this Tourkit app. Okay? So thanks for coming, you guys. It's always an amazing opportunity to present to anybody who wants to learn more about this amazing company, these awesome products. If you have any questions, make sure that you go back to the person who invited you tonight, or feel free to contact me if I'm the one that invited you. And if you're interested in getting in touch with me, remember, you can always find out anything about me on my website, HayleyHobson.com. That's HayleyHobson, HayleyHobson.com. And feel free to follow me on Instagram, Hayley Hobson, Pinterest, Hayley Hobson 69, Facebook, Hayley Hobson Health Coach. I'm all out there on social media. I've got lots of great stuff for you to learn from, get educated about, and enjoy this wonderful life living, sharing, or building doTERRA. Have an amazing evening.